Hi guys, we're here at the Grove today at the Titleist 917 launch. Their new fairway metals and drivers for the next couple of years. So we're going to get out there, we're going to hit a few, we're going to talk to a couple of the product guys and learn one about why this is so unique from a fitting perspective and the technology in there, and two, how it can really help your game on the course. So we're going to get out there now, speak to the guys and see how we get on.
So in terms of the difference between 915 to 917, one of the big things we've done with the arc is we've actually taken a little bit of weight out of certain parts of the arc, as we've seen over the generations of 915 in terms of where it was, the structure was working the best, and we've been able to take weight out of certain parts and add it into other areas to just make it a little bit more efficient and work better for the product itself. And then we've got a new radial speed face as well, which is just slightly different, again, just improving on the previous generation. You know, we keep researching and developing different areas of it, and as we test and we go through product and player feedback, we just have had, you know, we've looked at that, and it's really made a big difference in terms of the overall performance of that face, which has led a bit more to giving us a higher MOI and more speed off the face, which is one of the big things we've seen. Then one of the big things you'll see, which you can obviously is visible, is the new Surefit CG. Now we've moved that at the back to really give us a bit more adjustability, and you know, with that in conjunction with the Surefit hosel, allows us to really get down and dirty in terms of what a player either wants to see in terms of the look at address of the product, driver, fairway, or if there's a certain shot shape he wants to hit. So we've now got two different versions in terms of things that we can do to help that.
Now, fitting is a huge part of every story that we try to portray, whether it's metals or irons. With 917, we've added a further element to it with the Surefit CG, which, when properly fitted to players, can really enhance their ability to maximise their performance out of their driver or fairway. So, well, the weight system within it, Surefit CG, is all about attempting to move the centre of gravity around in the head a little bit. So for some players, a neutral CG, which would basically be the same setup that we would have with a pass driver, will work well for them. But for some players who are perhaps looking for a little bit more help in turning the ball over from right to left, or vice versa from left to right, we can use what's called the throw weight, where we can position the CG more either in the heel, so that we can speed up the toe and help the draw flight for a player, or we can position the weight 180 degrees round, more in the toe, slowing up the toe of the club, creating more of a left to right ball flight for the player. And one of the key things with our Surefit CG system is it's angled against the sole of the club. It's not parallel to the face itself. So from a perspective of the CG positioning, that has an influence on not only the shot shape, but also the amount of spin that we create. So for the player who's looking for more right to left ball flight, we want to enhance the amount of spin that they get. So the weight, the CG will push it a little bit back in the club head. For the guy who's going the other way, wants to hit more of a left to right ball flight, the weight will be pushed more forward, the CG goes more forward, it takes a little bit of spin off the product. We want every club to be fitted. It's the best way to find the right product for you, with all the benefits that we have of finding the right head, finding the right shaft combination, and then using both Surefit hosel and then Surefit CG to help fine-tune ball flight for players. That's the best way for them to maximise their driver and fairway performance. We've got a vast network, whether it's through a retail partner, you can find a dealer locator who've got a fitting system, you can go and get fitted with them. We have a number of fitting days and trial days around the country throughout the year where you can go for either a one-on-one appointment or just to go and try the product. And we have our peak of a fitting experience at the National Fitting Centres. We have St Ives, Scotland, Carton House in Ireland, where you can go for a real personal experience and get the full fitting.
There you have it, guys. We've given the 917 fairway metals and driver a go. Really exciting day today. First big launch for quite a while for Titleist in terms of drivers. We've spoken to the guys about fitting. I hope you enjoyed that and hearing from them and explaining how this can be a particularly unique product in terms of the fitting process and how that can really benefit your game. So we'd highly recommend you go down to your local PGA Pro, have a chat with them when it's in the shops. It comes out kind of late October, hits the shops then. They'll explain a bit more about it. Hopefully you can get out, have a go with it. We really enjoyed the product. We think it's a pretty big leap forward, and we'll see you next time.